Hi, welcome to the first of the not too handy videos. What we're going to do today is unclog a bathroom sink. It's a fairly simple process, so I'm going to try and walk you through it, show you what you need to do, explain some of the problems that you might run into, and if you then have to clean out a sink, you can. Sinks tend to get clogged because of hair, and actually soap accumulates and clings to things and blocks it like a clogged artery or anything else. So what we're going to do is go in there and we're just going to flush the thing out. The tendency is to want to put in some sort of harsh chemical, Drano being one of them, but that's not really what you want to do because chemicals are generally bad, and it's much more efficient to just open the thing up and flush everything out, either with a combination of water or paper towels, things like that. So the first thing you want to do is open up underneath your sink and clear out all this stuff, including your drain cleaner, so you have a nice open workspace. Underneath your sink, you'll see a configuration something like this. Now what we have here is called the trap. And the way that this works is the water comes down, but anything heavy will stick all the way here on the bottom. And ideally, the water will flow over the top of it. So if you drop something heavy down there, it gets trapped in here and you don't lose it. So if you ever drop a ring or jewelry or anything else down there and you want it back, shut off the water immediately and open this up, and you may just get lucky and it will be in there. But what we're going to do today is we're going to clear this out, because there's probably things that have accumulated in here and up in this pipe up in here coming up from the sink. Now, you'll probably want to put some sort of a bucket or a basin down underneath, because there is water in this pipe and it can get everywhere, and you don't want to get it onto the surface of the cabinet, because that can cause mold and rotting and just makes a big mess. So, first thing you need to do is open up both of these valves. Most modern plumbing will have ones like this. They're made of plastic. You don't need any special tools, so if they're installed properly, you can just undo it with your hand. This one opens up pretty easily. And the bottom one will too. Once we open up both of these all the way, you can see it slides right on up there. And there's a little lip so it won't fall off. Pull that down and you can dump it out into your bucket. I'm going to set this aside, and what we're going to start doing is we're going to start cleaning out this tube. If your drain does not have a stopper, you can take some wadded up paper towels and some sort of a stick, a chopstick, a long wooden spoon, something that you don't really mind going through all the gunk, so probably something you're going to eat off later is not the best choice. If you do, just don't tell anyone else who uses your kitchen. You can use that and just flush it through a few times, and eventually it'll start coming out clean on the bottom, and then you're set and you just put everything back together. But if you have a stopper, you're going to have to remove that, and that's probably where most of this stuff is going to be that you're trying to get rid of. So it's a little more complicated, but I have confidence in you. You can do it. So meet me below the sink and I'll show you what to do. Now, as you can see, there's another assembly right here. It's another nut that will screw on, and what it has is a bar going in it, and that is the lever that is going to control your stopper. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove this, and we're actually going to pull out, it's going to be a little ball that fits into the housing, and there's going to be a little post on the end of it which will attach. It's a little bit hard to take it out sometimes because there's not a lot of room in the back here, so it may take a little bit, but remember, somebody put it in, so it's definitely coming out. Once you've unscrewed it, it's just a matter of pulling it out and getting it free. And once it comes out, you should be able to pull the stopper out from up top. So let's take a look and see if it works. Yep, that moves right out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that out and I'm going to clean all of the stuff out, and then I'm going to use the technique I was talking about before to flush some paper towels through to clean out everything. And once that's done, then I'm going to start putting everything back together. Okay, so now you have your drain all cleaned out, and you're wondering, what do I do with this thing? How do I get this thing back in? Well, notice that there is a hole, and it's on one side. The post that attaches to the stopper is going to go through that. So what you want to do is you want to position that so that the flat part with the hole is towards the back. Okay? And that will allow the post to go into that hole, and then we'll control the stopper. So we're going to carefully put that down in there, and if your post is still sticking in, it won't go all the way in, so you know that you're resting on top of that. Once you've got that in place, we're going to reach underneath, we're going to pull that post back and try and feed it through that hole. Okay? Alright, now we're going to pull back on this, and hopefully, if I take my other hand, we can get that to feed through. I'm going to give that a shot, let's see how it goes. You give it a try as well, and we'll meet up when we're done. Now, you can tell how it works by if you're holding the post and you pull up and down, you can get the stopper to move in and out. If you've got that in place, just screw the thing holding it together back on. Now, you don't have to go crazy screwing it on, just finger tighten them a little bit more. It's plastic, so if you push it too hard it will break, but get it until you feel like it's snug, and then try it out. Alright, looking good. Now it's time to put everything else back together. So, once everything is back where it should be, tightened down, it's time to test out the sink and see how you did. So here we go. As you can see, water is going down the drain. Not pooling anymore in the sink. I think everyone is going to be very happy with it. Hopefully you are too. Until next time, bye-bye.